Tensions between Iran and the United States have reached a boiling point in 2026. Is the world on the brink of World War III? The international order in February 2026 is profoundly unstable. Old rules are breaking down, and power is diffusing into a volatile, multipolar contest. At the center of this fragmentation is the escalating confrontation between the US and Iran, a conflict that could be the catalyst for a third world war. This crisis is defined by three intersecting factors: Iran's unresolved nuclear program, the systemic collapse of the Iranian state, and a formal alliance with Moscow and Beijing. To understand today's volatility, we must look back at the 12-day war of June 2025, which fundamentally shifted the regional balance of power. Hostilities began with an Israeli-led, US-supported preemptive campaign, Operation Midnight Hammer, targeting Iran's military leadership and critical enrichment infrastructure. While the strikes achieved tactical goals, they failed to eliminate Iran's strategic insurance, a stockpile of roughly 409 kilograms of uranium enriched to 60% purity. Adding to the geopolitical crisis is a terminal phase of Iranian domestic governance, the internal siege. In December 2025, economic collapse, sparked by the sharp depreciation of the rial, ignited a fierce nationwide uprising against the ruling theocratic system. The regime responded with an unprecedented, deadly crackdown, including a near-total internet blackout, resulting in the deadliest period of repression in modern Iranian history. Meanwhile, the technical proximity of Iran to a nuclear weapon has reached a critical threshold, leading to extreme nuclear brinkmanship. Technical analysis shows that moving from 60% to the 90% weapons-grade threshold is a short technical step that could be completed within months if the regime makes the political decision to weaponize. The diplomatic stalemate is defined by a mismatch. The US demands zero enrichment, while Tehran views domestic enrichment as a sovereign right. The Strait of Hormuz, where 21% of global petroleum transits, has become the primary tactical theater for US-Iran tensions. In response to a massive US carrier group deployment, Iran has activated its smart control doctrine, shifting towards asymmetric naval warfare. Iran threatens high-value American assets using swarms of fast attack craft, naval mines, and the cutting-edge Fateh-2 hypersonic missile. A critical new factor is the maturity of the quote-unquote adversary entente between Iran, Russia, and China. Iran is no longer an isolated regional actor, but a pivotal node in a multilateral alliance that includes key support from Russia, China, and North Korea. This creates a, quote, multi-theater war risk. A conflict in the Middle East could trigger simultaneous escalations in Ukraine or the Taiwan Strait, overwhelming US defense capabilities. The confrontation has transitioned from managed rivalry to a terminal confrontation, where both sides perceive the other as an existential threat. The two highest risk scenarios are nuclear breakout or global escalation, spurred by the simultaneous activation of the adversary entente. The next few weeks in Geneva and the Strait of Hormuz will determine if the international community can step back from the brink of a third world war.